Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, October the 19th, 2022. My sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Shelly. Today we're looking at, we're still running good, relatively good. We're running at 86 kilowatts, which, we could run better. It would be better. But the water levels are starting to rescend, so we're trying to adjust for that, keep everything running. Doesn't look like we're going to see much in the form of rain till for the next week, anyways. And it's actually going to be going through a slight warming trend, which is okay. I'll take that. That'll be fine. Doesn't make good for power for the power dam, but it is what it is, and we'll deal with that. I took the hose off the tractor yesterday, tried to get that coupler put on. The local auto parts store supply shop couldn't get one, or they can find one in Nashville, but nothing local. So I'm going to try one of the tractor places today that we deal with. And since I've got to go down for the chiropractor's appointment this afternoon, I'll just swing by there and see if I can get one. And because they said the hose is okay, it's just fitting is bad, which it made me feel lots better. I've got to pick up some hydraulic fluid while I'm down there, so that, obviously we're low on hydraulic fluid. But other than that, that's I've got a water heater that's not working this morning. Got to get that fixed. That's 110 volts. And I don't know if I have another heating element for a 110. I don't usually stock those. I had some by accident, held on to them for a couple years, and I think I used both of them this summer. So I don't know. I'll have to. I may have to swing into the hardware store and see if I can find one. It's not a stock item that I keep. I keep all the 240s, and simply because that's 99.9% of the water heaters that I see. So I got to do that this morning. I'm going to start on a close up, and if I don't finish that today, I can finish it tomorrow. It's not a killer. The list of close-ups is not much change on that. We didn't get anybody done. We actually added a little bit to it, which is all right. I don't mind that. I do have to call a guy from Indian Lake on a close-up on his, talk to him. I still have to call the guy who I did a electrical. Went up and looked at his cabin to figure out how to do an electrical or a heat job in there. Every wall has either cupboards or windows. Very small cabin, 800 square feet, one bedroom, bath and a half. Figure that out. But it's so laid out that you have no outside wall to put a unit on to heat it, which an Empire heater, Empire wall furnace would have been perfect for that, but I just don't have room for it. So what am I going to do? I don't know. I looked at, I figured it out for electrical, but it's going to be quite pricey. So I got to give him a call, talk to him about that. It's probably going to be like, what do you mean it's going to cost that much money? Again, there's nothing I can do about it. That's just what it's going to cost. It's not going to be an easy job. It's going to take crawling underneath the cabin, fishing walls, the whole 9 yards. It's not going to be nice. that being said, I still have a couple jobs that are coming up that I've got to get prepped for. I don't know if the one I was going to do a heater install, a boiler install on Saturday, but I've got to have help. I can't do it alone. I just can't do that type of stuff anymore by myself. It's just way too heavy. Puts too much strain on the old ticker, so we got to watch that kind of crap anymore. Yesterday I did a job, electrical job, in the place where I have a video of where I was doing one. You can go back and watch that. I did additional work to that, put a couple lights on, a couple outlets, nothing fantastic. That job ended up, I was talking to the guy and found out that he is a cardiac rehabilitation therapist. So he gave me some pointers, told me some things I should do, things I shouldn't do. And although I'm not scheduled to go to a therapist, a cardiac therapist, but he just said, do these kind of things and you'll be fine. You just gotta, he said at this point in your life you should be watching it anyways, but you should just watch it because you could automatically throw yourself into AFib, and which is a bad thing for me. Anyhow, backtrack back to where we were. So we got that job completed, done. That was fantastic. It was Lee and I. It took us about 3.5 hours. Not a terrible job. Did a close up early in the morning, and that went okay. No issues on that. So that wrapped up yesterday. Today, like I said, I've got to go fix that water heater and start on this other camp. And this is the old 4-H camp, so it's got multiple buildings, dining hall. There's a main house for the director's cabin or director's house, so that's got to be done separately. Multi-bathrooms, shower house, boys and girls shower house. So, and then there's another apartment in one. So, long story short, I got a lot of blowout to do. I don't think I'll get it all done because I've still got to get down to the chiropractor, and I got to leave here about 1 o'clock. So we'll see how that goes. As far as this going, the stuff at the power dam, it's gonna continue to run. It's gonna run for a few more days, and then it's probably gonna shut off because it's gonna be low water. We're not gonna have to close the head gates again this year, I don't believe. We've got rain coming in on next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So, which means, because I start some of the, I got close-ups on Monday, or a close-up on Monday, so Tuesday is going to be, I got several generators that got to be done. This Saturday, since I'm not going to be, we're going to try to figure out what we're going to do and get help with the boiler that was supposed to be going on Saturday, because the guy wants me to remove the old boiler out of the basement. That ain't gonna happen. I'm just not doing that. That's somebody else's job. They can figure it out. But I have a funeral that I got notification on last night for the fire department. So that's that's a former firefighter, life member of the fire department. So rest in peace, Tom. We've got it from here. So I've got to do either set the truck up or do casket duty. Casket duty is where we just stand guard at the casket through the visitation period. And it's just a moment of respect. So, local family, great family. So we'll do our diligence and do that first and foremost. Everything else after that, everything else can wait because these are people. These are people. And the other ones, the other boiler, I believe, maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. That's not. This the guy that's doing the boiler, having the boiler put in. He ordered all the equipment, he got everything, and then was looking for somebody to put it in. And he called me and said, well, "Would you put it in?" I said, "Sure." Well, putting it in and taking the old one out are different things. I can't, I told him, I said, "I'm not standing behind anything. I didn't buy any of the equipment. I didn't. It doesn't go through my supply house, so you're basically on your own. You bought it to the cheapest place you could find it. That's your problem." Anywho, so you guys have to remember that kind of stuff when you're looking at things and you're thinking, "Well, I could get it. I could buy it $50 cheaper from over there, and I'll just buy it myself." Fine, buy it yourself. Don't expect us to stand behind it, or don't expect us even to put it in. We're not. That's not our job. We do what we can to help out, and that's it's on you, not on us. That $50, $75 that we make on top of that boiler is basically so that when we come back, or if we have to come back and do something to it under a warranty, we're actually getting paid. We don't do that for free. Anywho, moving right along. It's getting light enough outside right now that let's just take you outside and take a look at the river, because I didn't get a chance to do that this morning. Even though I've got most of my paperwork done, still got to enter the numbers in. I took the temperature readings and all that already. Got the meter reading. You can see the girls are out there. Actually, there's some underneath the camper there. They accumulate under there. Turkeys are eating. This is my Toyota RAV4. It's a special day for my Toyota RAV4. On the way down here today, my Toyota RAV4 racked up 250,000 miles. This is the best car I have ever owned in my life. It starts every day, runs down the road. I do put money into it. I get things fixed on it when they break. 2 years ago, maybe it was 2 years ago. Had a problem with the rear drive shaft. The universal joints in the drive shaft started to go bad, locking up, and they're not replaceable. So you have to order the whole shaft. I ordered the whole shaft. Everybody thought it was crazy. At that time we had 210,000, 220,000, and they thought it was crazy for doing it. But I drive in here, I need the four-wheel drive running. So, and what good is it if you have a four-wheel drive car or all-wheel drive car and the back end doesn't work when it needs to? So you put money into it, and it's still cheaper than buying a different one. Took a quick check of the river this morning. You can see we're still flowing decently. We're a little low because the water levels are dropping. Let's swing around slowly here, and you can take a look downstream there. You can see over there where the water line was. So you can tell it's dropped a little, which we're not getting any rain, so that's nothing to be alarmed about at this point, I guess. We're still running pretty good. Get this old gal back up running and fired up. I could put my tire chains on. I had to take them off. Otherwise, I'd have left them right on. But I had to take them off for the tire changing. But so I got to get them put back on. But that only takes about an hour. Again, the foliage is just about wiped out. You start seeing through the trees. Start seeing everything through there. No more log trucks coming up and down. They had a pile back in there. They were hauling out again still yesterday, but I think they got the last of the loads out of that. You can see up on top there, if you follow this path up there, you can kind of see where the road is up there now. That was the old driveway. I can't imagine in the 20s. I cannot imagine trying to come down that. But I bet you those old Model Ts just putting along would come right up and down that without any issue at all. We get down here, look downstream this morning, see how things look. Got to be a little bit careful because the heavy frost / freeze. That is peaceful. In the wintertime, looking up on top there, you can see the headlights of the cars as they come around the curve, and see what's happening, where the road is. So the state route is just up there, not very far away. You can kind of hear a truck that's on the state road. You can just start seeing them through there. I just saw a flickering flash of the trailer on that semi. So we're kind of down in the gully. People don't know we're here. They can't see us. And we're going to have to put back on my trailer and probably get that home one of these days so that we can do something with it. Granddaughter came down yesterday, got a few bags of compost for the garden. We're gonna spread it on. I will put it on the top of the garden and let it sit all winter, and then till it in the spring. Although this is just like dirt. It is. It has very little carbon material left in it, so that's a good thing. So, anywho, all that being said, I'm out of things to say other than hopefully the sun is shining where you guys are at, and you guys have a great day.